Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is June 14th, 2025. I can't believe the month is half over already. Summer is going to end before it even gets started at this rate, right? But yeah, it's going to be a nice day here in Michigan, in the 70s. And I am going to be in my shop doing some repair work on some machinery, doing some sewing, doing some design work, and hopefully get the bike out and at least get one of them washed today, because they are covered in bugs. And maybe, just maybe, Rhonda and I can get out and get a ride in too. So that's my hope and desires for the day. But you know what? I've learned a long time ago, do the next right thing. Because if I start chasing after the thoughts and the things, I'm going to get sidetracked. And then I'm going to try to do it all at once, and I'm not going to accomplish anything. And so that's really important. Today we're going to look at Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 9. Proverbs 14 verse 9 says this: "Fools mock at making restitution, but there is goodwill among the upright." And that word restitution, it literally means a guilt offering. Making a amends. Causing a reconciliation, as it were. You know, recently, matter of fact, just yesterday, I had an exchange with an individual who there's been some animosity between he and I for many years. And he and others of my circle. And he was reaching out to get some reconciliation between all of us. And I had great hopes for it. I was really hoping that it would work out well. And one of the issues that comes up is his stubbornness and my stubbornness butt heads. And I recognize that about myself. And he started quoting for me that we had to be reconciled. It was a command from Christ. And he read for me out of Matthew 5:23 and 24. And then we also talked about it in Corinthians, about Paul saying that we have the ministry of reconciliation. And we had this long conversation. It didn't end the way it should have. I ended up having to hang up on him because my old nature was starting to really come out. And it was better to end the conversation than stick around and let old Jay, old flesh, have its rule in me. It was abrupt, it was mean, it was not nice, but I had to walk away. And when you're on the phone, the only way to walk away is to actually turn the phone off, disconnect. I guess I could have set the phone down, walked away, and just let him talk. But then he would have thought I heard everything he had to say, and by not saying anything, agreed. And I didn't want that as well. So let me read you Matthew 5:23 and 24 and what it says. "Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them, then come and offer your gift." And so I read these scriptures, these red letters from Jesus, and I know he's talking to me because he said you, right? That means he's talking to me. And so for reconciliation to happen, I need to do the things that cause reconciliation. I have to do my part on the reconciliation part. Let me tell you what reconciliation means in the Greek. It means to change thoroughly. That is to come together. I have to change enough that we can come together. So this reconciliation between this individual and myself, I'm working diligently on this. I am asking God to help me change. And to be honest, I'm battling really hard because I don't trust him. His actions keep showing me that nothing has changed on his side, and that it's going to be dangerous. But I keep trying to have communication with him. After I hung up, he texted me a whole bunch of times, and I tried to explain to him that for us to have reconciliation, I have to do my part and change. But he needs to do his part to change as well, or there can't be reconciliation. Because when he reads these verses, Jesus is talking to him. I know that I have to do everything on my side. But I also know that if nothing happens on the other side, then there's still a wall between us. You may have somebody like that in your life as well. Have someone that you just cannot interact with. Just because they don't change doesn't mean you're off the hook. Just because they haven't changed, this individual hasn't changed, doesn't mean I'm off the hook. Jesus said, I have to go and be reconciled. That means I have to go and I have to show that I have recognized my lacks, my shortcomings. And I have to make those things right in my life, not just with that person, but everywhere in my life, so that I can do whatever is possible on my side to be at peace with everyone. Now, the reality is, reconciliation, as he tried to tell me, meant absolutely back to friendship and trusting each other. Reconciliation doesn't say that. Reconciliation says that you've done your part to change the things that were wrong in you that could cause you to be back together. But change has to come from both directions. Guys, the reality is boundaries have to be in place so that you are safe to love that person. This individual, I love them. I want the best for them. But it's not safe for me to engage them in a real way, because when I do, they know what my triggers are, and they find ways to hit those so that they can control me to do the things they want. They want an outcome that is a very specific thing, and instead of a outcome that would be right for Christ, so that we could be together in brotherhood, they want the outcome to be the way they see it, and only the way they see it, and that's the only way we can be friends. And they're using that statement from Christ to be reconciled as a weapon to make me change. The Bible is never a weapon to be used against someone else. It is a corrective tool for you, not for you to give someone else. And I have to remember that today. I share these things from the bottom of my heart and what God's working on in me, so that you can see I am not all there, but I am working. I've made a commitment, and I am going to be all in. I have a lot of work to do. God's got a lot of healing to do in my mind, my body, my spirit. But I'll never stop. I will strive to live a right life the rest of my life. I love y'all. I hope I helped someone. God bless.